Hey, it's your boo, Lady T. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am currently a 911 dispatcher and I talk mental health and self care. However, I am also a natural body product creator. So I have a small business that I recently started with making natural body products. I technically have been making natural body products since 2017. However, I am just now starting to transition into making it for other people. So, this is my intro story. Now, I may have made some posts on my profile showing body products or advertising my business, Meraki Sulit. However, I want to record this because I now have to record kind of more in real live time and upload it. I don't have the space to edit it anymore. I don't know if you are familiar with an external SD card. However, that's normally where I record on my phone and I'll transfer it over there just to make space on my phone and then edit it however I need to on my computer. But my external hard drive fell off the coffee table when I was at a coffee shop editing a video, and when it hit the ground it knocked something loose on the inside of it, so it clicks now and it acknowledges that something's been plugged up to the computer, but it is not reading anything off of my hard drive. And according to Geek Squad, they're gonna have to mail it off in order to get it looked at, and it could take anywhere up to $400 if not more in order to salvage it and transfer the data over. So in the meantime, while I gather the finances for that or find somebody else who will be able to assist me, if you know someone, please drop them down below that can help me with getting my content off of there. I am going to try to record and just upload as is, so please give me some grace and bear with me. So right now I want to just come on here and talk about me learning how to scale up my products. So I had an allergic reaction to store-bought deodorant in 2017, and it took me 2 weeks to recover from the burn of the deodorant. And in the meantime, I had to figure out what I could put on my underarms to stay dry, to make sure that I didn't have any body odor. I never had body odor prior to. After this, I developed a body odor that I was not familiar with. So I really had to do some research to get that under control. And just to give you a little backstory about me, I have a bachelor's degree in biology with a minor in chemistry. I am also a licensed cosmetologist, and I've got my cosmetology while I was in high school. So I've had that for over 20-something years now. So with me having the background knowledge of hair, skin, and nails from cosmetology, and then now having my my bachelor's degree in biology with a minor in chemistry, this is really in my wheelhouse. Okay, so I'm not just up here playing with stuff because I don't have nothing else better to do or I just think it's fun. No, I literally have the experience and the knowledge to back it up. With that being said, I did my research on what causes body odor, what causes excessive sweat, because our body is made to sweat, but the excess sweat, and that comes with hormone balance, diet, things of that nature. And I created a formula for me to help me with my newfound body odor, and I would package it. So mind you, I found this, which is eco-friendly cardboard deodorant, and I packaged it, and as you can see, it's really soft, it's smooth, it spreads on, as you can see, nice and smooth. Don't judge me because I have a fashion show to do this weekend and I'm not shaving until the day of the show, so I'm gonna just let it be what it's gonna be. Okay, and then I tried a different recipe with bentonite clay. That one's not it. Where is it at? Over here. Oh, excuse me. Bentonite clay to help with detoxing from whatever toxins I had with the store-bought deodorant. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But I made, like I said, sorry, don't do that, bentonite clay. And as you can see, it's real nice and smooth and everything. And it's still, the container itself is nice and clean. It's nice and solid. It's a push top. And as you can see, I've used a good amount of it. Even with my big container, I've used quite a bit. I'm almost out, but I've used quite a bit of it. And I've had this since, I want to say, maybe March. I want to say I've had this since March or April of this year, and we're now in July, and I still haven't used it all. So that's how much a little goes a long way. And I have other videos of people actually doing smell tests on me. I haven't posted them yet. I'll post them just because they're testimonials of how it works, okay? So fast forward, I had a couple people, tested out my product, and also commented on mine and was like, you should make some, you should sell it, because there's other people, I'm pretty sure, that need it. If you had a need for it, how many other people out there have a need for it as well? So I think you should do it. And I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and I guess try to figure out how to make a bigger batch of this and get ready to sell it. And then I realized it's the summertime, so the weather out there is a lot hotter than the wintertime. And I wanted to try to change the recipe a little bit so that maybe it could be better if I set up a table at the farmer's market or something where I can start getting exposure to sell my products. And needless to say, it didn't work. So this is kind of how it came out, where it leaked all over in the bag and everything. I don't even think I can open this because it's just that slippery. I also made bigger containers of it. So that's a sample size container. So here are the bigger containers, as you can see. And these haven't even made it outside the house. Like, I made these containers and I filled up like 10 of them. And I just sat them still so that they can harden up here in the house. And, be ready for sale. And this is how you can see the difference. So I have a travel size, and then I have the full size deodorant container. Full size is like the standard 3 ounce that you would get from the store, and then the travel size is like 1 ounce, like a half an ounce to 1 ounce. I think this is 1 full ounce of deodorant for the travel size. And as you can see, it just made a mess. So needless to say, I had to scrape it all out of the containers, and I put it back in my bigger beaker, and I had to heat it up. So I am melting it back down so that I can add the corrective ingredients to it to stabilize it and get it like this. And I'm just sharing my journey. So this video is to share my journey of me becoming a startup business owner for natural body products. And I have my thermometer here so that I can go ahead and test the temperature, because that's one of the key things, is making sure that I melt it at a high enough point to liquefy it again, but add the right ingredients to where it won't get grainy or gritty, because when you overheat the oils, it will distort the properties of the oil and make it a bad batch, and I don't want to do that. So I'm now going to re-pour it in this container and see what the weight of my ingredients I have left over after I scraped them out of the container to try to salvage the batch, because the containers were clean. As you can see, like here, it's clean containers. And then when I poured it in it and I just let it sit, it leaked all through the bottom and everything. And I was like, yeah, no, it shouldn't do that, because this one was poured and it never once leaked. It didn't make a mess or anything. So I have to rebalance the formula and figure out how to correct it. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you the finished product of the reformulated batch. But I just wanted to introduce myself, say welcome to Meraki Sulit Natural Body Products under the Hear Me When I Say platform. I'm still your boo lady T, and I'm just sharing my journey of natural body products due to the experiences I've had with store-bought ingredients and how I've had to find solutions to my problems. And maybe this can also be a solution to your problem if you have the same problem or condition. So if you can relate to this story, drop a 100 down below. Let me know where you're watching from, and please like, share this video with everybody that you think could really identify with having deodorant burns. And welcome to my journey.